What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? What's up? I seen it's so crazy that your perspective of what goes on, you could be standing right there. So I was outside on Bennett Road Northeast today, right? At the Fed checkpoint. So they had detained the man and let him go. From my side of the street, I really didn't see the commotion. My fault. From my side of the street, I really ain't see the commotion. So I seen it on the internet just now. I seen it on the internet just now, and they had detained him for something about a tail light, and he must have been bugging, but they ended up letting him go. So I see that Department of Homeland Security, if I ain't mistaken, put out a post on X, what we call Twitter and shit, saying that no ages were unmarked. Like in the District of Columbia, although a lot of people think it only applies to the police, but in the District of Columbia, if I'm not mistaken, all law enforcement is supposed to have an identification badge or number. The DEA, the FBI, Secret Service, all of them that I've seen while I've been in the streets, they had some type of identification on them. But some, I'm emphasizing the word some ICE agents don't have anything on them. And what I mean by that is that, say for instance, 4 or 5 jump out. It may only be one that has a badge that says Immigration Customs Enforcement. Everybody else will just have on masks and vests that say police. Here's my issue. Now, somebody might say, what's your issue? They identifying themselves as police. Look on the internet. I haven't found the proof of it. And what I mean by proof is a lot of times in DC, I go out and I take pictures and videos of what I really see myself. But they have stories of the Proud Boy militia offering their services to the FBI and the feds that's coming around doing these raids. So I'm saying, how do you know it ain't the Proud Boys hopping out one of these vehicles? They got all type of tags. The tags I seen that they said Maryland and New Jersey. But downtown I seen some tags that said Georgia and Mississippi. You telling me that a Suburban can't pull up on you with 4 big old white boys as Proud Boys and jump out with big old tactical vests on to say police? How do we know that they the police? Now that's an issue. That's a good question. Man, I moved away some time ago, so I rely on you, Slim, to give me updates on the real street shit. This what's going on right now.
200 miles down the river is one of the world's oldest bridges. Built in 1909, it's seen its fair share of smuggling over the years. Decades ago, it's rumored that even Al Capone would cross with bootleg liquor during Prohibition.
So the Proud Boys still exist. That's a fact. Now, I don't know to what extent all the stuff that I'm talking about plays a role, but they exist. Shalom, family. What's happening? Good job. Oh, I'm just chilling, man. For real, the last couple of days, I ain't been on my prison or my street coverage. I've been on my, I don't even know if I want to call it this politics. This some local affairs. DC out of control, but it's really not out of control, bro. It's really not out of control how they saying it. And a lot of these black content creators, I ain't talking about in the news, I'm talking about on YouTube and whatnot. They add to the narrative that it's out of control, and it's really not out of control. What happened to them when they stormed the Capitol building? None of this. None of this stuff right here at all. I think I'm about to go outside and make one quick run and see what the streets of DC look like. I need to charge this phone all the way up if I'm gonna be outside in the streets at midnight. It's still Washington, DC. You're a friendly looking black man. What kind of comment is that, bruh? Who was the first person to download data from the cloud onto a tablet? Keep us informed. I think I've been doing a good job. I don't want to over saturate it, but the news lying on DC, it ain't that damn bad. Bruh, I don't know what they talking about. They might pull you over and search you, homie. I'm going out on the little scooters. I ain't driving my junk tinted up. That's a stop. At 1 in the morning, I ain't gonna get pulled over. I'm gonna go out on a scooter. I'm gonna already be, as you say, on foot. That's how I did it the other night. Took the scooter out, hopped off the scooter, started walking. The scooters all over the place. As long as your phone don't die, you can get on another scooter. Now keep the content coming. The people must see what's going on. Really front line. That's what I've been doing, real. Keep your eye on Texas, fam. Oh yeah, what's up with Texas? That's right. I'm on foot, bro. I'm from DC. I know how to get around. I know how to operate. I ain't gonna say can't nothing happen to me, but I'm from here. If I can't go outside, it got to be really martial law.
The packaging will be sent off for
Somebody
further
said keep
testing,
it real, yo.
hopefully matching these fingerprints to a known cartel member. On the Anzalduas Bridge, officers have discovered
Like
packages.
14,000 people tuned into that Bennett Road checkpoint. That's just one. I'm gonna have to take y'all over Southeast.
Now they need to find out what's inside.
Hey, let me address that Doge worker thing. They use that as one of the examples of crime being out of control. But I truly believe it's an immigration play, bro. DC was a sanctuary city until they did this. Once they did this, take over the police station, when they fought back and said, you can't do this, they said, okay, well, y'all gonna have to help us with ICE. What's the chat about? The chat is about these unidentified and unmarked law enforcement jumping out in the District of Columbia, and how is every resident to know who's really the police and who's the Proud Boys. Now, I don't want to create a narrative of a rumor and start a frenzy for people to be saying, oh, the Proud Boys are here, but it's all over the internet that they have been volunteered their service to federal agents. The Proud Boys can't say nothing to me. Just so happened to be Doge. Yeah, and one of those people who they charged with that was a girl. It was a female. One of them, I think, if I ain't mistaken. What is going on in DC? Well, they say they doing some shit to stop crime, but to me it looked like it's an immigration play. They gonna masquerade like they stopping crime, but how do you stop crime in an urban city? They have never stopped crime. The United States has never stopped crime.
Even a few
I
grains
mean, law fighting, law enforcement is an industry.
could result in an overdose.
You get to saying defund the police, they gonna get mad. News ain't tell that, bruh. News ain't tell what part. Because they ain't gonna say that, but I'm telling you, ICE running around snatching niggas left and right now. They wasn't even doing that at first. If it was about helping black people in our community, why they not at the schools or hot zones?
With meth ruled out, the white gooey powder is either cocaine
It's a drag one for martial
or
law.
fentanyl.
When they get that putting executive orders in effect for certain things, that's what it is.
Nine packages of cocaine.
I ain't going for nothing. I hope they know that.
$5 million.
Whatever you do, just be smart, bro. Don't be playing. That's my advice to anybody. Don't be playing, because they not playing. And if it get too out of hand, it's gonna be some commotion and some confusion. You know what I mean? But I've been going outside just to show the world that it's not the way that they say it is. I'm from DC. Now, I ain't been going everywhere because I've been on foot.
She was on a vacation in Mexico, but this officer suspects she's lying.
That's correct. We've been married. It was a single female. She had just purchased a vehicle. She had stayed at Garza Blanca. It's a resort in Puerto Vallarta, which is an expensive resort.
Shit,
I
the
asked for
Migos be on the
rooms
mopeds
for
all
a
up and
little bit of
down 8th
people.
Street,
That's
even at
fine.
night.
But it got me
Somebody said, be
wondering
careful,
how she came
Kenfolk.
aboard, just
No
purchased a
doubt.
new vehicle, and stayed in this very expensive hotel. For
What
starters,
y'all been
she didn't
seeing on the
talk.
news where y'all from, if you're not from DC? What y'all been hearing on the
Officer's
news?
car
I
propelled
mean, I watch
ahead of
CNN and Fox
intersection.
News, so I know what national, but what y'all been hearing on the news where y'all from? Can you sit on your porch? Yes, you can sit on your porch if you're a homeowner. A lot of people that you see videos from, they live in apartments. So when they come outside, they technically still on public property or on the private property of the apartment. But most apartments say you can't smoke nowadays. They have smoking areas outside, but that's not for marijuana. They're trying to make it seem like shit is worse than it is. That's my belief. As a DC resident, I think, DC got its challenges, but it's not as bad as it's been before.
The driver claims she bought these statues as souvenirs.
But don't listen to people like Anton Daniels. I don't even think this person that he had a video of, this young guy, I don't even think this person was from DC. I think they just looking for like sensational content. I swear I don't think that, but he kept saying, I can't go outside, gang. It's like Gotham City. DC youngins don't talk like that. I'm from Oakland. I heard as bad as us. What's y'all murder rate in Oakland right now? If you know. Do you know what your murder rate is in Oakland right now? Edgewood, they got us on lockdown, y'all. At least they think so. That's how it's always. They always think so. They came up Morton Street like 40 deep. I gotta post that video.
Customs and Border Protection will replace the items that have been destroyed.
Matter of fact, I might just get on top of that right now.
As long as nothing illegal is found in the vehicle.
But it ain't no real state of lockdown. That's an exaggeration. That's not true. The 24-hour stores are still open. You couldn't even do that during COVID. You had to go outside during a lockdown. That junk had a microphone, and I ain't never seen that kind of junk. Let me know what happened. Damn, they hitting. They did. Oh shit. What you
According to
mean?
the GPS,
Yo,
Unmarked
best bet, gang, to stay in the
indicates this car
crib.
is carrying
It ain't
narcotics.
that, man. It ain't even like that, brother. People don't even bother you. They just look at you to see what you want. I walked outside last night. The feds was sitting on a corner with tents and a white Jeep Cherokee. But they had U.S.
Officers have to
government
find their
tags
way
on it.
across the
These other
jungle.
boys had New Jersey tags and Maryland tags. They just hop out with masks and shit on. How you supposed to really know that's law enforcement? Your shit gonna go up if you keep covering it the way you is. 100% the GOAT. Salute. I appreciate that, bruh. Carl Wakefield said, I mean, but all the men doing what they do still. Outside, not trying to see them inside, but who is they chasing? This is a cover-up distraction move. Hello from Providence, Rhode
Every
Island.
person
Shout
has
out to
been
Providence, Rhode
transferred
Island.
from
What you
one
heard
to
about
the
DC
other.
lately? What you been hearing about DC on y'all news? Thanks. What you been hearing about DC on y'all
Stop
news?
daily commuters. Crossing
I had
public roads.
14,000 people watching that joint early on Bennett Road. That's Northeast DC. That's the hood, though.
Migrants who travel from
At
months
least
to
it's in the
abroad.
hood. I'm in the Newberry Farm building. Haven't
Border
seen on
crossings are
Summer
open
yet.
all over the world,
Sumner yet.
according to clearance.
Okay. I'm in the Uber with a cougar. Oh yeah. I try not to watch the news. Okay. So
Every
I
year,
mean,
20,000 people are granted this special protective status. But first, they must go through a rigorous process, which begins with them telling their story.
Hola, buenos.
Hmm?
Buenos días.
My health? Oh,
De México, pero soy cubano. Sí.
hold on one second.
For over 20 years, Cuban refugees were granted special status.
Hold on one second,
They
good
could
people.
pursue residency.
1 second.
Bueno, vengo a pedir asilo político.
Starting in 2017, asylum seekers from Cuba are now processed the same as any other, as the United States seeks to normalize relations with the communist island.
Now, I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna get real interesting, people. When them other 800 National Guard come in from Ohio, South Carolina, West Virginia, and Mississippi, they gonna be all over the place. But a rack of tourists walking up to them, shaking their hands like it's Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, like they at Disney World. They taking pictures with the military and the National Guard troops. Do you think this is good for DC? Absolutely not. My opinion as a DC resident is never good when a bunch of federal agents and National Guard start coming into DC from outside the place. It's already too much traffic. Now you got 1,100 military vehicles riding up and down the street. They don't even fix the potholes. They up here tearing the streets up. They just said that this ain't nothing but another second parade for Trump. Shit starting to look like North Korea. Because this ain't the home. Yeah, are you familiar with the NYPD and NOA physical conflict with each other in 1972? Nah, I don't think I'm an expert on that one. I can't say that.
Cuando hay algún tipo de manifestación, de actividad política y demás, no me dejan salir por 2 o 3 días. Tengo realmente que me lleven la fábrica, la comida.
I can't say that. I was here in the '90s when them peoples came, when the National Guard came. The end of America is here. I ain't gonna say all that, man. I really think they're gonna let Trump extend the 30 days. I think they are too. You all right? I think they're gonna extend the 30 days too, to be honest with you. And even if they don't extend the 30 days, they've already made a court play to get DC to allow them to assist with ICE operations. So they still here to stay. Man, that motherfucker 30. I thought it was 2 weeks. Nah, it was 30 days, and they already talking about an extension. Nah, no, 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 no. Let me tell you, if you're not from here, don't think that just because he did that in DC, that it's gonna spread to other states not the same way. What they did in DC, they came through the Home Rule Act. He can bring the troops just for the state of emergency. It got to be an emergency where you from.
And strict controls on how they live their lives.
Once that 4-year term come up, we gotta change the Democrat at this point. We gotta change to Democrats at this point. They eliminated PBS to save money, but yet they're gonna build a gold fucking ballroom. Title 18 USC 242. Blah, 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 blah. Did you know we can file on them in the federal court on behalf of them in Civil Rights Division? Who filed how? What you mean? Nah, explain it to me. I can't say I understand.
Find out whether or not they can build a new life in the United States.
I think the ice play was for the folk with them from the start. That's what I thought.
Back in Laredo,
He said Slim Out Merlin said what? They ain't sending no one to D.C. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You talk about Westmore. That's the governor of Maryland, a black man.
The car's been referred for further inspection.
He said he's the commander in chief of Maryland. I saw that. I saw that. That was like a PSA. He said they already doing it in Alabama and Georgia. They doing what? He said the news is acting like y'all lost y'all mind. Technically, it really ain't new. Like they exaggerating, bruh. But I mean, it's a DC is a city. It's an urban city, an urban American city. There's gonna be crime. Remember, Trump met with Putin the other day. This is all this is about. It's theoretics. First two doors to the same house. They all drink from the same can. Two wings on the same bird. All right. Cut child support. Oh yes, Westmore ain't going for that. Yeah, Westmore said he ain't going for that. They let Trump extend it 30 days. That's when protests and unrest going to start. I see the play. It could be the play. Westmore might become president. Oh yeah. Somebody said laughing my ass off. Westmore president. DC isn't really a state. It's not a state at all. Bro, you about to get sent up top. The street vendors and food trucks going to feel like they damn near killing the city. Man, it was kind of like a ghost town in a real city. They got U.S. Marshals and SWAT teams coming. Man, for real, technically, man, I got license, registration, and insurance. What about the homeless people in D.C. supposed to help and put them on the program or put them in jail? Cut child support and these women gonna start acting right. What you mean by that? They act like it's a gang of Wayne Perrys. I ain't gonna say that much. Seems like they got a trick up their sleeve. I think something is definitely up. I've been seeing them tear down their tents. I got a video of that. That's what's really happening in DC. That's how I'm gonna make my video tonight. That's probably what the name of my video gonna be. What's really happening in DC. Somebody said, you cool? Nah, y'all gotta send him up top. Trump need congressional approval after 30 days. Yeah, but he gonna file for it before that. He's not a dictator.
Indicating this car is carrying narcotics.
Uh-oh, he coming here talking about Trump gonna win. That's what y'all want to talk about. You want to talk about Trump. Can't believe you want to talk about Trump. I ain't got too much to say about Trump one way or another. It's bigger than Trump. It's a movement. It's a movement. You think Anton Daniels is a sellout? Yeah, that's how I feel. That's my opinion. Like he got his opinion, that's my opinion.
Underneath the car.
You feel like it's okay to have a city littered with homeless? There are facilities. People just refuse to go to them because they don't want to stay sober. I mean, I ain't no expert in that, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm holier than thou. So I don't know what. I don't know what you suggest should be done in Washington D.C. If Proud Boys popped out, something definitely going on behind the scenes. I ain't seen that with my own eyes yet, though. You on some goofy shit, bro. City been so quiet. People need to understand about some of the homeless people who are in the city don't want to be helped. They want to be left alone. I don't know enough about them to champion their cause. Somebody said sober them up and send them right back to homelessness. So what is this? I don't know how you in homelessness. Like some people that are homeless have some type of mental issue, some of them, but what if you gave people places to live? They would still have to find ways to sustain themselves. If you can show, if you can, you should find a cameraman to film you while you go through the city showing what's going on. Man, that probably wouldn't be bad. I've been doing it myself because I ain't really want nobody that had to, be with me. I heard it's about immigration. That's how I feel. Yeah, I remember MySpace. We ain't talking about MySpace, bro. Exactly. Yeah, that would be like that. Can you stand the rain? What's up? They gonna put them in jail. They got a program. Either you go to jail or go to the program or go to jail. Yeah, I feel that. Either way, keep fighting a good fight. Salute. I think it's exactly what it is. Rich and poor. It's about money and power. Forced rehab slash insane asylum. We have money to send to other countries. Keep the money here and help our people. Or that's how you feel, Mama K? They're either going to jail, most of them, or push them to PG and make it land over problem. Yeah, I really don't like, I can't believe that some of these people that's supposed to be, real content creators that cover certain things like journalists, they want to push a narrative like they really know what's going on in DC. I'm not talking about the people from DC. I'm referring to people like the dude Anton Daniels. If you here legally, you already broke the law. Now get out. That's how you feel. I'm not talking about immigration technically. For real, I started talking about because they had these unmarked police, these unmarked law enforcement. I ain't gonna call them police. I'm gonna start separating it. Local police, Bodines, 12. The other boys is feds. $180 billion to the Ukraine. What about our people? That's a bigger conversation, I think. You are the real journalist. Oh man, salute. Appreciate the love, man. Mr. Uptown sent the gift. What's up? Appreciate it. Salute. Yeah, send money to Ukraine to pay pensions for their government. Sent the high five. Salute. Appreciate it. Come on. Watch out. But you should always know you got to take any of this information you get on YouTube. You got to fact check it. Anton Daniels keep talking about he know what's going on in DC. He don't know a damn thing about DC, like Murray Bird say to the reporter that was all in his face. He don't know a damn thing about DC. See, that's cold. They send y'all to the feds or anything. We don't got to stay prison no more. Or local Department of Corrections. As soon as a motherfucker get that job, they been wanting no bag, they leave all, huh? Said I heard this all cap, and a lot of dudes been getting no paper. Yeah, that's true. Anton, another wild nigga who claimed he from Detroit. I see. Anton Daniels is a total clown. That's how y'all feel? My point is we are taxed and our money is sent overseas. I get your point. We shouldn't have people with mental health and drug issues roaming the streets. Okay. Buckhorse DC say, I remember when Barry said that. You remember when Barry told the reporter, man, you don't know a damn thing about DC. She tried to talk slick to bruh, to the OG. OG said, man, you don't know a damn thing about DC. I can't believe that. Then he had some kid on there. I swear he not from DC, bruh. He keep talking about gang. He is not from DC. The youngers in DC do not say, man, DC is like Gotham City, gang. DC youngers don't talk like that, bruh. Some homeless people who smell like urine and cover from fleas not good. What I'm supposed to do about that? Outsiders do need to shut up about what is going on in DC. I'm not gonna say they need to shut up, but they should tell the truth. Like if you from, like for an example, we got people from DC like Aunt Glizzy, right? Everybody know that he gonna make fun of something, do this and do that, but at least he from here. You gotta do this from Chicago. I mean, you gotta do this from Detroit. They're supposed to have a platform that's not a clown platform, that's putting out a bunch of information that's not real. Marion Barry would have been teamed up with Trump. Man, you saying everything you saying tonight seem like you saying it for a reaction tonight. I don't know if that's me. Is that me, y'all, or is everything Awakening saying is like inflammatory? Yo, that dude who got caught up with the heater, he about to do federal time for the case. I don't know who got caught up with the heater. He say some people don't have it like that and got the nerve to look down on someone instead of picking them up. That's a different type of person. Bro, I'm from New Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I watched the Anton video you was talking about, and my first thought was the young man in the video saying he was from DC is not from DC. Okay, somebody, like, I know I ain't a kid, but I be around the youngest from DC. They don't talk like that, bruh. And I never heard a DC youngin ever refer to DC as the Gotham City. I understand what you are insinuating, but again, the U.S. government doesn't care about fixing the issues you are talking about. Ukraine is strategic for U.S. world hegemony. For them that the sentence cut off. I was trying to read the whole sentence. Now I don't need no reaction, bruh. Just telling the truth. It's all about immigration. ICE received $150 billion for deportation. That's a big ticket. Don't feed the fire. He chasing it. I understand. Anton stay talking bad on the black community. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. I ain't feeling him. So I don't want no back and forth with him or none of that. I'm gonna make one video showing you that that boy that he used to say that 4 infants got killed in a month. That shit is not real. When 4 infants get killed in 1 month, DC? Somebody explain that to me. So I gotta see the video. Yeah, look at that Joe to say something about 4 babies died, 4 infants died in a month in DC. He lying. And nobody called him out. All the people that watch his shit No one called them out. I better stop watching. Yeah, man. Like that is fraud. Salute. So found your page while scrolling. Okay, man. You rocking with the best. You keep saying youngin. I'm telling you, youngin ain't from DC. DC youngins don't talk like that. Don't know DC youngins talking about Gotham City, bruh. He keep using the word gang. DC don't talk like that. I don't know where Anton Daniels found that goofy ass video. What's up with Business TV? Who is Business TV? I don't know who Anton Daniels is. Well, go check him out then. He might be your style. Burn Burry would have never teamed up with Trump. What's up, Lakia? Who's a liar? Exactly, bro. I'm like, what? Damn, Gully. Who said that? Two got hit, that's it. What you mean when you say two got hit? He said 4 infants died in a month. When that ever happened, that's a lie. Well, everybody saying they don't even listen to him. That's what he said. That's what's on the thumbnail. 4 infants die in a month in DC, and he's stamping that. Now I understand I understand the title game and the thumbnail game and shit. But he talking about that like that's really happening. Like every day somebody outside killing a baby. Yeah, every day. It would really be a state of emergency if that was true. The only one online saying that about them babies. That's not true. I ain't gonna make a big deal out of it. I'ma say it. From me to you, that's not true. Somebody said the white boy got his ass beat. And Trump lost his mind. And Trump lost it. That's what happened. Nope. Say Murray Bird was for the youth working and getting some real money. Nothing chilling on the job. Okay, you getting a check. DC is chocolate city forever. 2 babies, he said 4, he lying. Oh, the dude that said said the Gotham City said he was from Northwest. He lying, man. He lying like shit. They be trying to bring martial law. That's reckless disregard of the truth. That's a reckless disregard of the truth, huh, man? Are they in neighborhoods everywhere or are they just flooding the black neighborhoods? They picking and choosing where they going. That Bennett Road thing I showed you earlier, if you watched that live stream where I was out there watching what they was doing, showing it on my YouTube page. That's technically a black neighborhood. No, I just watched that Antoine video. Anton. However, when the baby's getting killed in DC, never has a reaction. Now, I will agree with, that's the one thing you just said that I agree with. Whose accent is perfect? The dude, Anton? They need to send troops to those sundown towns. But what legs do Anton have to stand on about a city being dirty or crime-ridden? Shout out to my Detroit people. But don't y'all got some of them same problems in Detroit? He lied about the Haitian. Who was the Haitian? The kid said, we did not have 4 infants dying in a month in D.C. Bro, that would be world news. He lying, bro. I don't respect nothing he said. He also said that the mayor of Oakland was an Asian. He don't even fact check nothing. He just say whatever he want to say out his mouth. Jimmy Hoffa and Frank Matthews hanging out together too. In Belize. If you believe that. Say lying his ass off. What school he go to? I don't know. Probably Wellington. There's everywhere in D.C. too. I seen them on the south side patrolling. What they got to do with what we talking about? I don't understand. Alabama Avenue. Well, they say middle finger to Anton spot on the wall. Yeah, picture that. Who cares about Anton? Bruh, you everything you say just keep coming from left. Y'all making Anton relevant. He get more views than me. He's already relevant, bruh. I told Anton don't come here playing because he was talking crazy. Man, nigga smacked the shit out. And we ain't even gonna get into the tough talk, man. Fuck that. That shit ain't about nothing right now. Black people need to be together. He's not for the people. When they say power to the people, they is not including him. Slim talk like he from Super Maryland. Man, he talk like he from Connecticut. No disrespect to Connecticut, but he talk like he far away from here. Somebody say Detroit is worse than DC. Bomba Clyde. Way worse. Say that boy hate himself. He lied when Trump said that Haitians eating cats. Oh. See, for real, I'm just gonna ignore him and not take him serious. I think he one of them dudes that just do shit for the views. He might say anything for you to click the button on the thumbnail, man. Don't believe nothing he say about Washington, D.C. I don't know about the rest of his content, all that other sucker shit he be talking about, all that hot ass shit he be talking about, tell on somebody and why people won't snitch. That's his content. I don't care nothing about it. But I'm telling you, anything Anton Daniel say about Washington, D.C., he'll motherfucking lie. That's what I'm saying. And I ain't trying to get no tough talk shit, man. I dare him to dispute anything that I'm saying. When fucking 4 infants get killed in no 1 month here. That's global news, bro. This ain't Beirut. Talking about he come to DC. He come to DC and did what? Where? Where the pictures at? Where the videos at? I got Greg up out of here. I got him out of here. Grown Man Business TV was talking about your podcast the other day, trying to give your podcast a bad name. Who is Business TV? Who is that? Who is Business TV, Mr. Uptown? He said Grown Man Business TV. Grown Man Business TV was talking about your podcast the other day, trying to give your podcast a bad name. Explain. Trying to give my platform a bad name in what way? Anton is just like Gully TV. They don't never fact check. Okay. Who is Grown Man Business, y'all? I'm interested now. He freestyling. Okay. Check out Grown Man Business TV. He has some words to say about you on his podcast. I never heard of it. He said you look like Chris Brown. He could look like MLK if I want him to. Anton only been downtown D.C. I don't even know if that's true. He talking about he been to the White House. He lying about everything else. He said, if Anton come to D.C., I bet you he don't leave Constitution Avenue. You think who from New York? However, if you was a person visiting D.C., why would you want to visit any of the endless ghettos? One reason you would go to some of the places that you consider ghettos is because some of the famous places are in those places. You wouldn't want to come to D.C. and go to, let's say, the Frederick Douglass House. Where's the Frederick Douglass House? Deep Southeast. You don't come to D.C. and want to go to Ben's Chili Bowl on U Street. That's world famous. You know, just to entertain your question. But he said that by the White House, there's crime everywhere. That's a lie. There's not no crime everywhere on 16th and Pennsylvania Avenue. That's not a crime spot. Never heard of that person. I never heard of him. A lot of people say they never heard of him. He got a big old following. He been talking about DC lately. How many times you gonna say that? You said that shit like twice now, right? Ain't no tourists trying to visit no hood, man. Man, you keep saying shit that don't got nothing to do with the conversation, bro. He said that he goes from the White House to all other places, man. You missing it. Y'all keep saying he says you look like Chris Brown. How do he look? People that say they come to DC and don't go to where the shit be shaking at, they shouldn't talk about where it be shaking at then. Whether you consider you street crime infested or not, Ben's Chili Bowl is still there. Somebody said he was talking crazy about you. Get on his line ASAP. He wants some attention. That just means that I'm making a little noise. Fuck is that, mushrooms? I don't know what the fuck they just found. I'm watching this like smuggling border patrol jump. Yeah, you are one nothing to be proud of. I am one what? Hell no, Lafayette Square is nice and you're not doing anything right there. Anton is on some cap. I'm wondering if they pressing folks out for weed in open containers. Yeah, they are. Petty shit. They doing that, especially if home rule is thrown out. Home rule ain't been thrown out, though. They really upheld home rule. The only thing that the feds got out of it is the D.C. police got to help them with immigration. So that means turning over information and helping them lock up niggas that got them illegals, papers and whatever. You said you buzzing. I must be buzzing. If y'all telling me that there's people that's talking about me who I never heard of, and I ain't just sitting there saying that out of spite. Oh, you know how people say, I never heard of him. Who was that? I never heard of him. I can honestly say that. I never heard of whoever. I don't even remember the name. Business TV. Who name it is, y'all said? Come on, go ahead. Let's give him a shout out. Who talking about me now? Real talk, he put the soft press on you on his podcast. How you gonna soft press me on his podcast when I never heard of it? Like in order to soft press you, nigga got to press you, even if it's online. How he soft press me? I'm just talking to you for the sake of it, for the fun of it. How he soft press me if I never even heard of it? Y'all telling me to go watch it. How the fuck he soft press me? I'd do that to him in real life. Where is he from? Oh, there you go, Man Business TV. Who is that? Who is that? With y'all all together on that? With y'all over here to promote Man Business TV? Where he from? You said New York? The business never show his face. Oh man, damn! I ain't responding to somebody who don't show their face. I ain't. He said niggas freestyling. I ain't responding. I'm not even. We can skip the subject. I'm gonna go try to find out what y'all talk about. But I ain't responding to a nigga who don't show their face, can't walk their city streets. I just went on Slim page. What's the name of the video where he talking about me? What's the name of it? Since, you know, somebody said get on his ass. I'm trying to stay positive and educational, bro. Informative, educational. Like, I'm gonna start curring it like it's a new year. I'm gonna curry it like it's a new year. Hey, but for real, though, there's little to no authentic people reporting on DC. And when they do it, go viral every time. Keep this shit up, bro. This topic alone got global reach. I think so. Trademark. And I ain't gonna lie, I dragged my feet with covering Trump, but I had told somebody, not on the internet, somebody in private in my life. I said, you know, I ain't gonna be afraid of this Trump matter. I'm gonna cover Trump for 4 years. It's just gonna take me the right topic for me to jump on it. And what's going on in the District of Columbia in the real DC, I can cover that for 4 years along with any other content. Would you go on Anton Daniels' show? I don't, I don't think, I think everything that you do in life, it got to relate back to you, and it should, it should, pieces should fit like a puzzle. Now, I'm not interested in going on an Anton Daniels show, so I'm not gonna say no. But the only way that I would do anything like that, it would be if I was to be able to debate and point out the contradictions and the lies that he's been telling and spewing all over the internet on his show. And he has quite a following, bruh. Like 50, 60,000 people watched that video. We talking about 4 infants killed in a month. And he's showing some video of some young nigga that keep talking about gang. Gang. What's up, gang? I can't go outside, gang. I got shot, gang. I don't believe he's from DC. I don't care what nobody say. Somebody said, invite whoever the fuck Business TV here for an interview. Then we will see if he about this journalism life. Man, he probably one I never heard of him. We give him way too much attention. Man, fuck Business TV, and this topic is not joke global topic. And this topic is not no global. You out your mind if Washington, D.C. and Donald. Anything with Donald Trump in it is a global topic, bro. You just typing. You know how people say you just talking, you just typing. If anything with Donald Trump ain't a global topic, you out your mind. It's great what's happening in D.C. The mayor won't do anything. She's all about white man from town. She's all about making excuses and not caring about the innocent people in her city. So what the fuck is the feds doing right now? They was just on Bennett Road for 3 hours, stopping niggas with tinted windows, dead tags, and car lights. What they doing is so special? I'm just asking. Cause you just typed a paragraph. So now I'm asking you a question. Give you an opportunity to type another paragraph and please make sense. Just off the way he said, bruh, he definitely ain't from DC. Shorty little ass ain't from DC. And I played his little snippet of his video on my Instagram. And I got I got a nice little following on Instagram. Not nothing major, but enough for somebody to be able to say who is this or who is that. Ain't no young nigga say they know him from nowhere. Shorty not from DC. He lying. And Anton Daniels should know that he's not from DC. But he used the content of what Shorty's talking about to support his narrative. Anton need to come on Eon's show since he has so much to say about DC and our culture. Please show up, Anton. National versus global is different. I said global, bruh. Arrested 2 homicide suspects. I don't know what you're talking about. And I know you're not talking about the homicide suspect that shot the peoples when the police came outside. They only charged him with second-degree murder. That was something that just happened on the spot. The first day they came out there, they didn't go solve a crime. He did that while they were here. You be watching too much news. I'm really from here. I be in the streets here. And it wasn't no two. The one that did it, and then they may have arrested someone that had a homicide warrant. They didn't go solve a crime, nigga. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, nah. That Jewish nigga just here to disagree with you. It's all good. I don't be blocking him. He don't be disrespectful. He entitled to his opinion. Right there on Bennett Road, you said you could walk through 21st because of the police presence. I said that I could do it. I said I could walk through and show y'all because it would be nobody out there. I could walk through there whether the police there or not, bro. And that ain't me sounding tough. But you watched the whole video and heard me say that. That was in reference to the people with the camera. I can walk through there and show you this. This is not what's going to stop anything. Nothing happens right here. Anything that happens right there is an accident. They arrested several sex offenders. Where you see that at? That ain't on their X page. If they wasn't around, you couldn't walk through there and clamp chains on and etc. I can walk there. I live there. What you talking about? I live in that neighborhood. Why you think I was walking regardless? You think I was on PC? I walked through there when the Fed's not there, which is why I did a second video, which you ain't mentioned. When I still was walking while the Feds was gone, I walked from there all the way down to 8th and 8th Street just to show people. So what you saying? You talking about you walked through there with chains and all on. You noticed that I had a diamond chain on outside, didn't you? Who give a fuck about Biz TV? Y'all trying to promote a motherfucker on here. Get the fuck on. That's how you feel? Nah, no disrespect, but it would be big exposure for bro. For me to be on Anton, man, I don't need that. I don't do everything for like, I don't need that. Especially not seeking it out. I don't need that, bro. When I was in Boys Village, I had homies from DC that could send that Baltimore homies. And I am from Baltimore City, the mob. Oh yeah, you should keep that quiet. Slow down, Pepper. Y'all got bigger things to worry about now. We got a lot of bigger things to worry about, bro. I'm all about DC, everything. Me too. Oh, they say you just talking, bro. So they didn't post that between Trinidad and East Street 21st? Yeah, I said yeah. But you said that I felt comfortable because the feds was there. I was just addressing that. I go to that, and I done live streams on YouTube, Instagram, and everything. I go to the Courier right there, China Walk. I go to America's Best Wings. I go to Foot Locker right there. I go there whether the police out there or not. You don't think that prevent crime? How much crime occurs right there on that one corner? How much crime that's gonna prevent? They stopping niggas for tinted windows and lights, but a child supposed to got shot at school. What crime is that preventing right there? They didn't make no arrests. They ain't find no guns. What type of crime did that prevent right there? That video I showed y'all. You was fresh with your chain. This ain't nothing but a little. This my walk around chain. This ain't even. I got diamond chains and all type of shit, bro. I got all the shit that all the other niggas got. I just ain't into the material shit. I ain't into flaunting it. Motherfuckers just yapping young. We just talking all this little scared ass. I'm coming to visit my brother next week for his birthday. You already know NYDC forever since '83. Shout out to Travis Dukes. Jamal Miller, get off your chest and confront Anton. Challenge him to debate. I just said that's the only way I deal with him. But I don't think he fact checked anything, and I'm a fact checker. He said that the mayor of Oakland was Asian. I thought he was incorrect. I went and looked it up. The mayor of Oakland was Asian before the mayor that's there now, which is a black woman. He's wrong. And I mean, and he said it effortlessly. But I ain't interested in, if I thought that he was trying to come from a sincere place, then I would. But I believe that he's doing that on purpose. I believe he's sensationalizing what's going on in DC. And I don't believe he got a clue. And if he really was interested, he could come and get mega views. He could come here and walk around the Capitol and tell his own opinion. He's lying. He said Eon was trilling with E Street bangers. Where I live around there. I got an apartment around there. Northeast, my second neighborhood. It's all for show. I love me some B more females, especially the county. He said, bro, just want someone to talk to. 22nd Street, Suitland, Iverson Mall, Temple Hills. You already know, Slim. He say, so do you think those hoods would slide on each other with that type of police presence? They don't have to slide on each other right there on Bennett Road. When was the last time somebody cracked somebody right there on Bennett Road? They had a killing in a McDonald's that was some type of K2 type shit. When the last time somebody even got caught slipping right there on Bennett Road? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying this is not reality, bro. I'm not even going to confront you like you making this up or making that up. I'm saying what you talking about. You sound like you're a person that just watch the news at night, homie. Nobody would do it. That's why the dude that caught the body up there at Logan Circle, he got caught immediately. Who the hell is gonna crash out like that? One of the reasons why the 90s was so vicious because some of the people who was committing them acts was committing them acts multiple times. There's a reason why the 90s that the murder rate was 480, almost 500. Because some of the people that was committing homicides multiple times. You got dudes here right now that'll catch a body, go straight to jail. They done for the next however many years. Back in the day, you had dudes that did it here, there, 89, went in, catch a case, come back out, do it again in 91, beat the case, come back out, do it in 92. Like it was that type of vibe here in the 90s. That's why I hate to sound numb sometimes when I be like, it's not as dangerous as it used to be, but it's not as deadly as it used to be. It may be dangerous, but it ain't as deadly because the homicide rate says it's not as deadly as it used to be. Somebody said he like to be at Union Station. What the fuck he going to encounter at Union Station? He might encounter some homeless. Somebody said niggas think that the police gonna stop something. If a nigga wanna do something, they gonna do it whether the police there or not. The Logan Circle incident proves what you saying to be true. If somebody gonna do something, whether they ignorant to the fact of the police presence or they don't care, they gonna do it regardless, bro. Absolutely, a real journalist would put feet to concrete like you and report, not copying what CNN says. He's saying more than what CNN says. He's taking the narrative to make it seem like DC is some type of Afghanistan type place. And I know Trump said that, but what's his proof? Afghanistan, they got lawless areas that no one governs but warlords. You're gonna compare anything in the nation's capital to Afghanistan. Do anybody think that's realistic? You missing the point. They can't slide. I'm not missing the point. My homies went in the police station to kill 2 FBI agents and a homicide detective. If a nigga wanna slide, they gonna slide, homie. I don't know where you from. I don't know what you seen, but you can't tell me what niggas won't do. I done seen niggas do a whole lot. I seen Ralph McClain all over the news for crushing police from DC to Prince George's County. What you mean? You know who Benny Lee Lawson is? It's still sliding, bro. He doesn't even know how the hood works. Downtown Lockport on 8th Street all had phone pauses. Why you think he got caught immediately? Because police on the spot. Did that stop the killing? I'm not even gonna get all emotional and passionate with you. Did that stop the killing? Yeah, he got caught on the spot. We already said that the police whole thing is basically reactionary. That means that they do something after something happens. You know, a whole bunch of police presence sometimes can prevent something, but when something's gonna happen, something's gonna happen. The very first day they came out on this make DC beautiful and safe again, he caught an M1. Now you say, why you think he got caught immediately? Because the police was on the spot. Did they stop the killing? It's to fight crime. Did they stop the killing? That's a homicide. There's cameras everywhere now in D.C. Exactly. I got a couple, a few pairs of gray New Balance. Gotta get my crabs. Oh, you gotta do that in D.C.? Yeah, I remember. Cameras everywhere now. You can't get away with shit now like in the 90s. But it's a different climate. He said, I ride through there all the time in a brand new BMW with 0 issues. I even stop at the corner store further up on the right. And I'm white. You don't have no problems, right? 60s too. What that mean? We don't want to go back to the 90s. Oh, he said the 60s too. You right. It ain't as dumb as it used to be. He said I2A. I like that. I2A too. Mug man, niggas ain't trying to go to jail, or they still be sliding. Bruh, it's not even, that's my point. Now look, you can't argue both points. He been saying it's so dangerous. So now I made the point that I made just a minute ago. He came back and said, man, niggas ain't trying to go to jail or they still be sliding. So you even admitting that niggas ain't sliding out of control 187, 100 miles an hour no more. You even saying it. You see, like you can't have an argument both ways. This is not the 90s, bruh. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of more guns, a whole bunch of more bullets, maybe even more shootings. But the murder rate is down. It's not killing like they was killing in the 90s. Somebody said KDY, Lee's Law. Lee's Law, you know what the fuck it is? Lee's up, feds down all day. He said the 100. Shout out to the 100. You naming a couple crash dummies. Wasn't none crash dummies about them. You talking crazy. Wasn't none crash dummy. What was a crash dummy about? Because they did something that you wouldn't do that make them crash dummies? You think they didn't do that for a reason? That's not no crash dummy. So Jonathan Jackson was a crash dummy. You think Jonathan Jackson was a crash dummy? I'm gonna have to stop talking to you, bro. If you think Jonathan Jackson and Benny Lee Lawson and Ralph McClain was crash dummies because they went out in an extreme way, then that means that there's just some things that you won't, you know what I mean, you won't take a stand for. That's a stand that they had to take. That's a decision they made with their lives. Not my life, not your life, their life. See, I understand what you're saying, but they had to be here to know. I agree with you. Wanda Smith, I agree with you. That shit made sense what you said. And you're right. I asked the dude today before I got to that conversation. I said, hey, was you born here? He said, no. I said, how long you been? He said, I've been here 20 years. 20 years from now is 2005. So he still missed the 90s. But he heard about the 90s on TV while he was in college. They already on the scene. That's how we got. Yeah, I said that. You saying what I said. All right, bet. See, these dudes had to be from the suburbs or something because if they don't understand what we're saying, that the police don't stop crime, they investigate crime, and then I don't know what else to say. Well, shit, you said it all for me too, because that's how I feel. He just wanted to be adversarial. He believes propaganda, anything Trump and the police will keep him safe. All right. Anton be on the show, gaslighting and over talking his panel because he can control the narrative. I grew up on MLK and Malcolm X. You gotta live there to really know what time it is, champ. I agree with you, David. Yep, they won't. They wasn't around when Perry was out. I was out when Wayne was out. I was in jail with Wayne. Yeah, they won't around when Slim was out. I lost a lot of good men in the 90s. I think a lot of us did if you was around. I don't know what you mean by what reason I'm lost. 80s influenced by Scarface and 90s influenced by New Jack City, Nino Brown. Man, I think that could be partially true. Long live the men who stood for something. What's up, Baltimore? A boy always mind the business of other grown men and try to judge them. Man, that's some law. Long live George and Jonathan Jackson. Did he respond when I asked him, did he think Jonathan Jackson was a crash dummy or George Jackson was a crash dummy? I don't think you responded to that question. You thought that that was being sarcastic. I really wanted to know if you think that George and Jonathan Jackson was crash dummies. Forgive my blasphemy for the people who understand Black August. Praying real OG, the only ones that could stop lynch mob and Chopper City going to war, not the National Guards. 2005 was the beginning of gentrification. I don't know. I think it started a little bit earlier than that, in my opinion. If you look back to some of the causes in the District of Columbia, it goes back to the Revitalization Act, and it was not the first time that gentrification was present. But I'm glad I'm hung out with y'all tonight. Nah, he copied me. Huh? Momo said I'm rocking with you. I grew up in the 80s, in the 90s, in the city. Crime and murder ain't nothing like back then. I argue with people about this all the time. But like my peoples just said, they had to be here to understand you. Lewis Riley, I love the accent. I want to move to the DMV. Y'all always say I got an accent. I might just be, man, I might just be relaxed. But I think we got an accent here. You probably know my big bro from Lorton and the Feds. Kick it with you on that note. Small world. Keep doing what you do. I'm old school. Led by Andrews Air Force Base across from Classic. Oh, so you've been around. That's really DMV. What was the other dude name that got into it with the police back in the day? I think his name was Terrence something. Oh, yeah. You talking about Terrence Johnson. Killed the police out Prince George's County. Police was beating him. He might have killed two of them. I got a story. I got a story about Terrence Johnson that I didn't put out. But Terrence Johnson the same way. Came home, they alleged that he robbed a bank, and then they say he killed himself. He said, I've been responding to you mentioning them. What was the cause or why they crash out? They didn't crash out. I don't like the term crash out. Jonathan Jackson went into the Marion courthouse and kidnapped the judge, the prosecutor, and some jurors, along with 3 prisoners from San Quentin, part of the Soledad brothers. Jonathan Jackson is the brother of George Jackson, who went to war with the police for all the racist shit that was going on in the California Department of Corrections in the 70s. That's the quick version. Now, was he a crash dummy because he went up in there to get his brother out? That make him a crash dummy? He ain't no crash dummy to me. If anything, you know, he sacrificed his life. He became a martyr for the cause, and a lot of us don't stand for shit no way. If McDonald's say they don't serve Big Macs no more, a lot of motherfuckers wouldn't care. I'm just saying, you know, something that's normal, let alone something that's willing to, you know, something that's worth fighting for, bruh. But I don't really know who I'm talking to on the other side of this internet, so I can't really challenge nor critique or question your morals and your principles or where you come from or what you stand for. But when you use the word crash dummy, a lot of us use that word crash dummy loosely. I wouldn't mention nobody in no context of that magnitude that was a crash dummy. Tell Anton to meet me on Langston Lane, smell some fresh air. Anton ain't going nowhere in DC. Anton gonna sit up there and talk all that uppity bullshit to them motherfuckers who listen to that shit and believe that shit. Bad police is unacceptable. Now Gully caught in attempt murder. I got Gully trying to be hard. Gully done rob niggas. Gully a bitch. Y'all know Gully a bitch. I'm about to go into that Gully shit in a minute. I've been on my serious shit. I dropped one Gully video this week. I ain't even been talking about that sucker. Now he got an attempt murder. I ain't got no attempts. Oh no, I'm lying. I got one AWIC. I got an AWIC. Not to say that I'm bragging about it, but I do got one from when I was a teenager. I'm talking about charged. We ain't talking about nothing I got away with, although the statute of limitation on the AWIC old now anyway. But I got an AWIC from 1993. He said, nah, you right. 2005 was when I first noticed the certain quarters turned into Noma. Good point. That's one of the signs of gentrification, because I didn't know what the fuck a Noma was. When I first came home, I came home in 2010. I used to read the paper. In jail, I used to get the Washington Post, the paper form. And they kept talking about Noma. And I was like, man, what the fuck is Noma? I mean, because to me, growing up here, where I'm from, we consider Noma Capitol Hill. But technically, when I looked it up, I was explaining it to my peoples from out of town. I was saying, man, we call this Capitol Hill. But back in the day, technically, they said that this wasn't even Capitol Hill. I forgot what they called it. There was another name that they had in the history books about it. But Noma is something that they created with gentrification. You're right. They say Rich Motion is going live. A lot of these people talking didn't go to see the 90s, didn't get to see the 90s, so they won't understand the difference between a crime-ridden city and a city with a little crime. How can I make them understand that? What I got? Matter of fact, I might just go on a whole 90s run. A lot of these people ain't never been in a city where the murder rate was what it was here per capita, bruh. The murder rate was 480 something, like 482 in 1991. That's almost 500 people in a city that only had something like 600,000 people in it. The murder rate was higher in big cities per capita. And like I said, we ain't gonna keep dumbing it down. If you don't know what per capita mean, not to talk down to no one, look it up for me. Somebody look up per capita and put the definition of that term in the chat for me, please. He said, yeah, Terrence Johnson, I remember. You know a lot of stuff. I read a lot. I did 17 years in prison. I done read thousands of books, not hundreds. I done read thousands, like 2,000, 3,000 different books. Religious books, I done lost count. History books, I done read hundreds of those alone. No, that's his brother. Who is his brother? What you talking about? I want to give you, bruh, I ain't into all that. Jonathan Jackson was a young warrior. A movie needs to be made about him. They have a movie called Black August that's about George Jackson, and they got the Jonathan Jackson episode in there, or the scenario in there. What do you go to find credible information on this stuff? I want to learn myself, but I don't want to read no full news reports. Credible information on what? I done said a bunch of shit in the last 5 minutes. I do all my research on the internet. Like, you got to be able to decipher what's true and what's false, and you decipher what's true and what's false by sources. How do you decide what's a credible source? I mean, in my opinion, I done read so much, I already have trusted sources. I don't know what you, like, the best thing for you to do to find a credible source is cross-reference all your sources. If all of them say pretty much the same thing, then you can narrow it down to the truth. I think that's my best journalistic research advice to you, bruh. I'm outside. I need my bread. All right. It's crazy how soft motherfuckers have gotten. Calling a revolutionary brother like George Jackson a crash out is the epitome of cowardice. Jobs, money, and orders. He ain't say George Jackson was a crash out though, bruh. I kind of forced that down as I kind of forced that on his plate. He ain't say that. I just wanted to know if he considered my homie Benny D. Lawson and Ralph McClain crash dummies. I just asked him, or crash outs, but he said crash dummies. I just asked him what did he consider George Jackson, and he said, well, what was the reason? And I haven't seen him come back with a response after I gave him what the reason was. Gully said Erie, Pennsylvania started New Balance and Go-Go. Go ahead, you try and get me on some bullshit. I'm skipping that. Speak some Hebrew. Man, do some breakdancing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's trade. The same people that say crash dummy are the same ones that call black people usual suspects. They're just coming from a place of bitterness. God damn. Put a girl on the inside and go to sleep. My people from Idaho and Rocky Mountains, white people in town talking about DC like from our town. I don't know, man. I ain't sure. Facts. People don't understand DC is only 63 square miles. It's the smallest major city in America. Gully is sucker. Showing those nut ass sneakers. Man, I took a picture of these other Jones. I ain't even get the bed off his ass yet. He took a picture of some other Nikes on his mama porch. On Cynthia porch. Them Jones ugly. Hold on. Let me shut up for 1 second. Oh, I ain't even mean to do that, my bad. All right, look. I think I got them. Tell me what's up with these joints. Hold on. I missed a bunch of comments. All right, here. I think I got it. Let me see. Tell me what's up with these joints. Them Lottos, I'm gonna show you them, but them look like his workout shoes, so I'm gonna let him get away with that. They still some old Bama joints. Oh, tell me what's up with these joints. This what he had on the other day. What's up with them? He killing them? What's up with them? What's up with them Jones right there, y'all? Check them out. Leave a comment right there. I'm gonna chill for a second. Matter of fact, let me go get a sip of water. Leave a comment. What are your thoughts? I don't wanna poison you. What are your thoughts on those shoes? We're not moving past that topic until you tell me what your thoughts are. We got 100 people in here. What are your thoughts on those tennis shoes right there? What they saying? Somebody said T-Move. Them some Disney Channel junk. Some Nickelodeon joints. Yeah, that's a good one. Them some definitely some Nickelodeons. That's what we gonna call them Jones. Somebody say stop it, bruh. Somebody say can't dress for shit. Door Explorer, oh, he scored. He say, if your only reply is, man, motherfuckers don't understand DC to justify crime, then you lost, bro. A lot of y'all in the comment section going outside. Okay, bro. I don't prefer to wear those shoes. Okay. Them shoes is trash, by the way. Okay. No comment. That shit say Nike. He said that shit say Nike. And he wore winter socks. Them Jones real live wild though. Okay. Them the new LGBT Nike joints. His socks baggy as shit. Them Jones supposed to be fake drop socks. Them Jones dingy and old. Hold on, I'm gonna show you these other shoes he had on. This nigga wild nigga. This nigga the big. Those shoes look like crayons for kids. Winter socks with low cut kicks is crazy in the summer. It depends. That's swimwear. Oh my God. That's swimwear slim. He got them Jones off Chucky Doll. He made them Jones out of art paper. Nah, man, where he at with them? I don't know. He in Erie. Them Jones. He need chick kicks. I think of Smurfs when I see them. Damn, you say I think of the Smurfs? I kind of thought of Nickelodeon, like bruh said. Like bruh said, them Jones was wicked. I think of the Smurfs was they really in armor trucks in DC back in the 80s. Yeah, they still hit armor trucks. They just sent us some niggas from Chopper City for an armor truck with DC niggas hit armor trucks. The DMV is known for. Like, the white boys out of Charlestown, Charleston, Charlestown, Charlestown, the town. Out up there in Massachusetts by Boston, they like the most known for. But the DC area, quietly, although they don't promote it, they hit armored trucks here. They used to hit banks on a regular here. But that ain't the same no more. You got some young niggas that wouldn't dare go in a bank. Some. Definitely check. Nah, the soles ain't even supposed to look like that. Magic slippers. Nike ain't make them joints. Nike ain't make them joints. Where he get them joints from there? Somebody said McDonald's shoes. Can we skip this weird ass joint? Hold on. Yeah, we gonna skip it in 1 second. Let me see what the people say. Don't rush me. Questionable, looking like a little film, laughing my ass off, crayon kids and stuff, but they don't look homemade. Nah, they saying Slim got the prize sevens. Damn, they look like the shoes Chucky wore. Somebody on point. Mini craft edition. Okay, them shoes grandma buy when she go get you something for Christmas. The Stud 3000. How y'all say it? Young and luncheon. They try to rush the shoes off the page. Nah, we gonna get a laugh off of this. I got one more pair of shoes to show y'all before we get back to regular programming too. Wear them joints to PG Plaza. He walking out ass naked. They wore them shoes and the white man can't jump. They hit like 3 in a week last year. Knew a dude who hit a bank in 2000. They said they hit like 3 last year or more. Those the R. Kelly pedo flies. I read that. Oh, that's my AJ. What's up, homeboy? What you doing up, man? I need to come see you, man. Shout out to my homie, man. That's my bro right there. I ain't even realize your name till I look back up. He said, those the R. Kelly pedal flies. That's the R. Kelly pedal flyers. That's what Gully wearing, the R. Kelly pedal flyers. Let me show you these other Jones he had on. Let me show you these other Jones. Look at these Jones. Right there, same porch. That's his mama porch. He be taking Listen, I know y'all gonna say, why Eon doing this? Woo, that's childish. He took pictures in that shit. He took pictures in that shit. Look at the same dirty ass socks. But he's supposed to be a fly nigga. They wore them shoes. You're such an inspiration, man. I love tuning in. I think it's so brave what you do. The amount of transphobia in the world just disgusts me. The way you put yourself out there is inspiring. Oh, yeah? Thanks. He made them jumps in the garage. Those are the Sonic joints. Are you from the Bay in California? I'm from DC, bro. Them joints homemade. Timu Nikes. Chicks out in DC would say terrible. Bro, they will laugh him out, bro. What made him take a picture in them joints? Like, he think he really got some vintage shit. Who even wore them when we were wearing them? Hot Boy Moon talking about he know dudes who commit felonies is crazy work. Who is Hot Boy Moon? Katie White known for hitting banks. Katie White? Shit, Fifth and O known for hitting them trucks back in the day. Picture going to a go-go in them Jones. Somebody say picture going to a go-go in them Jones. He said them Jones look unfinished. What's up, bruh? AJ, what it do, Slim? We gotta go out there to that bang bang Jones again. He get laughed off the scene in them Jones. Shoe the shoe, show. You say show the other shoes. Where the other shoes at? Where the other shoes at? There they go right there. What's up with them jokes again? He said, "What's the point of wearing shorts and long socks?" Hold on, I gotta show you these other shoes that he said are dope boy sneakers. We done got into the comedy hour. He said Japan, them shoes look like he skateboards in the dirt. Same winter socks with the lotto. Same ones, wasn't they? Bama. Bama. Nigga won't even buy no fresh socks. Look like the putt-putt champ. Former male class. Why is a grown man taking a picture of his shoes? That's the better question. I mean, he think he's some type of fly nigga. Bidding on them Jones. We bidding on them Jones. Whoever Gully is, he wild. Let me show you who Gully is. Damn, I bun a bunch of commas in the cold Bama. And our Metro line colors. Ronald McDonald jumping on the Metro with them Jones. Look, here go the Jones. This is Gully right here. He said he at the beach. He said he at the beach. Damn Gully. He got them Jones from Sesame Street Outlet. Yeah, the Hershey Park joint. Let me show you these other shoes that he say is drug dealer shoes. He said these was drug dealer shoes. Look at all them Bama ass old shoes he got in his basement. Yeah, that was the lake. That's Lake Erie. He said that was the beach too. His whole life is made up, bro. His whole entire life is made up. Homie got them man Randy Savage shades. Oh man, hold on. Let me show you another picture of this wild Bama. Come on, go ahead. Let's get our last one. I think I got another one. Let me see. See, I've been doing so much, making so many videos that Joe might be low. Hold on, but I got another picture of this wild nigga. I'm gonna show you this wild nigga. That's cool. I don't wanna show y'all that one. I'm gonna show y'all another one of this wild nigga. This nigga is hilarious. Look at this big ass permanent knot this nigga got. Chinatown dead now when I go visit ever since the COVID. Nah, They still got one of them Chinese joints to be open. He the bid today, Slim. He the bid every day. My young buck Philly Trenches wanted to do him dirty. Yeah, I know. Planners, Mr. Peanut. I'm from Baltimore City. We wear Air Force One since '82 and have the Be More tribute shoe because of our city history of purchasing and wearing them for decades. Got you. Oh, this is what he said. This is Cuban Linker. He said this is Cuban Linker. They say he was balling. He was God's gift to a corner. Look at Goofy TV. Now, I want to ask y'all something because I never used this picture. I was getting ready to bid on this picture. But tell me something. Is not something up with the back of that chain? Don't something look funny with the back of that chain? His whole life made up, bruh. He tried to make his life like paid in full. Look, ain't something funny up with the back of that chain? And is that really a Cuban link, y'all? He said that's a Cuban link. It don't look like a Cuban link to me. Is that a Cuban link? Is that a Cuban link? Hat big as shit. Everything about him goofy. And he got it over his ear. He done had braces since then. That's liquor store jewelry. Is that a Cuban link, bruh? Dominican link. He said that's a Cuban. He said, man, that's his Cuban link flow. Is that a Cuban link? What type of gold chain is that? Call him an Ethiopian alien. Nah, I mean Chinatown used to be blase, but they ain't finna use no Proud Boys to do a damn thing. Fake Root, Raekwon, Gumball Machine Jones. Does anybody think, is that a Cuban link? Like, what is that chain right there? I want to big, because he talking about this when he was getting money. Let's put together, right? Look at the back of the chain. Somebody tell me, is that official tissue? They got more than enough government officials. He got that chain with $10 on pump 5 down Georgetown. Broad in the picture, Jai Q, though. Why was she with that cornball? That might be family. I'm going to ask my man. That might be his sister. But what kind of chain is that? Somebody said that's not a Cuban link. I ain't really a jewelry expert. I want y'all to tell me. That's why I keep turning. I want y'all to see it. I don't want y'all to look at me. I want y'all to look at the chain. Tell me what you think about that chain. Even she know that joint fake. That's not a Cuban link. He meant to say sneaky link. Gully the real deal. You see the chain. Stop playing with Slim. I ain't playing with him. I'm asking y'all. This Bama be looking pressed, trying to fit in on some East Coast shit. The nigga from the Great Lakes, he got that chain from Iverson Mall. He made that joint at home, Slim. I just got back inside and it's quiet out there. I seen the FBI though breezing through 2, 3 cars deep. I saw them too. Humongous white boys in the jump. From what I seen before, I don't think it's a Cuban link, but I'm not sure. Okay. He looks scared. No, we ain't talking about if he's scared right now. Is that a Cuban link? They ain't do nothing to me. Okay. Picture that nigga walking in Good Hope Road, currying out, in the Good Hope Road curry out with that fake ass Cuban on. All right, so the consensus is that's not a Cuban link. Somebody said also Cuban links don't have pendants. Well, you can get a pendant on a Cuban link. Oh, but I'm not sure if it's a Cuban. Scooter is definitely the move off the late night. That's all I've been doing is scooters. I don't even want to get pulled over. So show y'all one more picture of this Bama. They was doing that back then. At this point, that's just a necklace. Let me see if I can show y'all this other joint. I want to see if I got this picture of this car. Let's see if you can guess the vehicle. Let's see if you can guess the vehicle. What kind of Benz is that, y'all? I'm going to show y'all another picture, but what kind of Benz is that? That chain came from the hardware section at Home Depot. Yeah, you can lock your dog in a cage with that jump. She had a nice smile. What kind of Benz is that? Can anybody guess what kind of Benz that is? And this dude want to play with me. Bro, nobody wears pendants on the Cuban links. I seen rappers wear pendants on Cuban links, but not like that one. You right. There's no space between Cuban links. Oh, okay. Somebody say they say that's an S580. That is not an S580. That is an E350. Some shit from long ago. Okay. That's an EA125. Somebody say that's a 550. That's an old wagon. S550. No, it's not an S550. Come on, let me find a picture. I want y'all to see the rims on that joint. Hold on one second. Give me a second. We call that nigga Goofy TV. Goofy TV. What's up with them rims? There you go. That's the picture I want y'all to see. What's up with them rims? Who put them rims on that Benz? My bad, bro. Not an S580. Laugh my ass out, man. That's an E350. I'm telling you, nigga look like Method Man in the belly. Is you bout it, fool? E350. Yes, it's an E350. Old ass wagon is an understatement. So this nigga said he God's gift to a corner. His outfit It's more up to date than the car. And he put the tires on it. He didn't buy it like that. Why are you making fun of him? Because he want to play. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm the only one to see this. That's Cadillac wheels. Would you put them Jones right there on a Benz? Is he killing them? I mean, for any of the ladies that's on here, if he pulled up on you in that Benz, it was like, get in, like, would you feel like you in Lampoon's National Vacation or not? He might as well put them Jones on a Jeep Cherokee Wagoneer. Never seen a Mercedes with Cadillac tires. It's an old Benz with Vogue, yeah. That's the Brady Bunch joke. Can fit 8 kids in that joint. I told you he a soccer mom at night. He a journalist by day and a soccer mom at night. He put the phone on the ground and took this wild picture. He posed for this picture. The police is in hot zones. I said, hell no, some of y'all saying anything. He got all that ice on with a G-Shock. Good point. Good point. And that ain't really ice, that's crust. Those are chips. Them ain't diamonds. Them not diamonds. Like that, it don't do like that. Them not diamonds. Martial law, bruh. Stop it. Those are not gangster white walls. That's what I said. What ice? What ice? That's how that shit look up close. What y'all think about that? He killing them? Yes or no? Let me see it in the comment. Yes or no? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Yes or no? He thought the SB interview was his ticket. Show did. Look like a funeral home. Funeral house. You like that? Somebody put the thumbs up. Thumbs down. This how them old niggas on Tinder be. I ain't hip to that jump. He just said he was scared to wear jewelry outside. His chain fugazi, you think? It's killing your eyes. He cool looking, but he just trying to look too cool. That chain cling like pots and pans. That shit cling like paper clips. The glass is spread in his nose. He wins the Bama Award of the Year. Thank you, bro. Let me see. Let me give y'all one more since we just on bed. Since we just bidding, we gonna bid one more. We gonna bid a little bit more. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Is he killing them with the 2 earrings? Bro, I had that same Gucci chain at 13, bro. I had that joint in junior high school. He got spandex glasses on, damn. Aluminum foil. I said that. Somebody saying, no, big as shit, boy. What's up with the tennis shoes? He could get away with them? What's up with the outfit? The DC man set a curfew for juveniles and banned the juveniles from certain places. Okay, he a joke, but what's your point? My point is I'm trying to get a laugh. You don't get it? That's how I know it was hollow. Why nobody complain about that? I don't know. He would be better rocking an Apple Watch. He must be from Florida. No, he's from Erie, Pennsylvania, Oakland Bay area. Been fucked up. He wouldn't make it past the metal detector at Easton. Hold on, let me show you this one more. He think he killing him in this joint too. He think he killing him in this joint too. So it gotta be for his grinder account. He said, I mean, he from Pennsylvania. Can you blame him? Dude outside the city, never been known for getting fly. Cuz think he slick Rick. Cuz think he slick Rick. He got Ghostface jewelry on. Let me see if I can get y'all another one. Can we laugh? I'm supposed to argue with this nigga. Is that a costume or was he for real? Or was he going to a Harlem's night party? And I do mean Harlem Nights party, like a throwback party. He said, not the Nefertiti head. Everybody moving around free. Can jewelry be a good investment or does it always be good out of purchase? Nah, some jewelry is a good purchase. Unless you want some BS. Having him above you like this isn't a good look. You want some other shit. Think about where your mind. Area ain't outside the city. Philly suburbs used to get busy. Philly used to get busy. Area ain't do shit. That motherfucker had 19 murders. He cartoon, man. Got the 1980s jewelry on. What about the suit and the suspenders? Young, if he get the eagle on his arm and through, what? You being mean. Mo stuck in 85 like a motherfucker. Look at the jury. Look at the jury. Look at the jury. Shit was made in arts and crafts, bro. Look at the jury. That truck jury was never fly to me, but I know styles different from state to state. You right. Not the sleeve. Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane. He looked like Caesar from Black Ink. Not the sleeves matching the pants. Ghostface got the golden eagle on his arm. New Age Steve Urkel. He trying to be Mr. T. All right, good people. We done laughed off him for enough. Well, I care nothing about no Gully TV. I know all about him now, and his sister live in Georgia. She know he a fraud, and he don't like DC niggas. Riding around, he was acting like that was his car. I got the whole spiel on that nigga. That nigga lived with his mom in the basement on Parade Street. How did you used to say gun and car? I think of that phrase randomly sometimes. Gun and car. Cause the bride that said she got a baby by Wayne Perry, her son told the police it was a gun and car, so we call this little ass gun and car. And I know she don't like it, so I just kept saying it all the time. Gun and car, gun and car, gun and car. She can't stand gun and car because she knows little ass told the police it was a gun in the car. All that money invested in that jury ain't worth a third of what he paid for it. He too old to be making investments like that. He can do what he want. That's his business. That's his business. Got all that costume jewelry. 7 miles from Philly. I told y'all that. And the funny thing about it, when I met the nigga, I said, where you from, bro? He said, man, like outside of Philly. So when he said outside of Philly, I was thinking like Chester or something. This nigga from the other side of the state. This nigga ain't nowhere near Philly. I can drive to Philly faster than him. If we say, come on your mark, get set, let's go get a cheesesteak. I'd be in Philly 5 hours before him. He'd still be in the mountain somewhere. Goofy TV, he spent $8,000 on. He's 800. Think about it. Let's say, on your mark, get set, let's go get a cheesesteak. It take him 7 hours or 8 hours to get to Philly. It take me 2. Who closer to Philly? Okay. Oh damn! I gotta go back out. I ain't got no more funnel. Let me go charge my phone. Yeah, I gotta go back out in the streets. I might go live. I don't know. It'd be hard to go live out there. You gotta watch your back. I might go live, show y'all what the streets look like. How many of y'all gonna rock with me? Y'all gonna rock with me? Y'all want me to go live again when I go to the gas station? Show you what DC look like? Drop bricks for me. Let me see where the brick squad at. Anybody want me to go live again when I go outside to get this shit? I'm gonna go to the gas station in the hood. Show you that the streets ain't that dangerous. I need to see the brick emoji. Where the brick squad at? Somebody said, yeah, you want to see what DC look like? Drop bricks. I need to see bricks. Drop bricks for the brick squad. Them 100 emojis will do too. Y'all want to see me go live again when I go back outside? I'm a humble servant. Yeah, Philly in here. Shout out to Philly. Okay, I see bricks. All right, let me charge the phone up for a minute. I got to go to the gas station. I bet you it's a ghost town out there. Should I take that with me? Thumbs up or thumbs down. Should I take that with me? You taking a risk, but yeah. Should I take that with me or should I go live when I go to the gas station? Somebody said stay on point. We know it's safe outside. Okay, brick squad, brick squad. Somebody said no, sir, one. Okay, thumbs down for don't take it with me. Somebody said not right now. I'm good. I don't need to take it with me then, right? If the FBI and shit outside, I can creep to the gas station and get me some sheets and funnel so I can smoke me one more J before the night is over. It's 2 in the morning. Thumbs down for don't take it with me, right? Somebody said, yeah, go outside. All right, I'm gonna charge the phone up just a little teeny bit more. Somebody said, yeah, go outside, show us DC. I'm gonna do it. Cause I'm going to the gas station anyway. Now I'm not really being crazy. I don't want y'all to think I'm being crazy, but I'm going to the gas station regardless. Put a little teeny bit more juice on the phone because I've been on here. Somebody say FBI outside. Just don't get popped. I ain't worried about getting popped. I'm trying to figure out should I take it or don't take it. Do I need it? The FBI everywhere. What y'all think? Hold on, let me put my shoes and shit over. Yeah, I ain't got no more fun. I love taking it. You love taking it. You about to get up out of here. Forgive me, everyone. Offended. I have offended on here. Oh, radar scanner for the man. I ain't getting in no car now. I ain't getting in no car. I'm either gonna walk. Matter of fact, I might walk. I might walk. Let me charge my phone up. I might walk. I walk to the store off the late night and see him all the time. I just got funnel yesterday. Alhamdulillah. Hold on. So everybody said don't take it though. Don't risk it, right? What if somebody catch me slipping? I be talking to brother. Said, what if nigga say that's that DC Blacks nigga right there? Somebody say walk the dog. Walk the dog, the real dog on the leash, or walk the dog that you put in the dip. They say actually the area is 8 hours from Philly. I was thinking 7 and some change, but he say actually this shit is 8 hours. Somebody say nah, go outside, but don't take the situation. What are you concentrating? What? Don't risk it. White people are brutal. Okay, these little boys in the chat are never outside. They're just spewing nonsense. Somebody said both. Oh, he said, don't take it in, don't go. I gotta smoke me and Jay. We going outside. Somebody say, dog on a leash. All right, take the dog. If I take the dog, it's gonna be hard to hold the phone. I could take the dog with me. I got a pit bull. The FBI's not outside and these little boys don't carry legal straps. But it ain't nothing going on outside lately. Okay. Well, we gonna see. I don't know, just stop it, just get it together. What? Use a selfie stick. I got one, but I got two dogs to walk, not one dog. Black, go off your instinct. That's a real answer. That's not a bid. That's not a you. That's not a streaming answer. That's a real answer. My instincts gonna tell me. I'm gonna follow my instincts for real. All jokes aside, I'm gonna follow my instincts. I know where I'm at. You don't lie. Somebody could tip. I'm playing. I'm playing, bruh. I appreciate you thinking like that for me, but please know that I ain't dumb. I had a 221 IQ in the third grade, and I'm not exaggerating. I got paperwork to prove it. He said somebody could tip. Oil up, tell your mother oil up. I know 50 niggas coming home once here. That guy name is Moon. I don't know who that is. Somebody said you good, brother. That's a fact, yeah. What they say you on live. Yeah, what they say you on live. I was a weirdo. Hold on 1 second. Don't go nowhere. Let me get my shoes and shoot. But I'm gonna tell you one thing that I learned. When it be shit like this, make sure you keep your ID with you too. So I'm about to get my ID, put my ID in my pocket, told John I was a weirdo. You could have went to the store and back by now. Yeah, but I ain't have enough juice on my phone. Hold on. Take y'all women, fuck it. See what it look like out here, man, in the DC streets, bro. You ain't got too many of them dudes with Anton Daniels and them. They not walking to no motherfucking store at 2:20 in the morning. He said, I don't be in the streets at 3 in the morning with guns on me. Your bitch ass can't. I can. I can. See what it look like out here, bro. And And the dangerous nation's capital is like Afghanistan. Oh no, he better not walk in the streets. I'm gonna walk to the gas station. And I live in the hood, as they say. In Washington, D.C., the nation's capital is so dangerous. It's so damn dangerous. Fight the power, Malcolm, man. Yeah, you hear the girl, bro. Show me no stuff. No police outside and no FBI, and we always carry on. All right, well, we gonna see what's up. Man on a bike.